The May jobs report has just been released by the Labor Department. NBC News technology correspondent Jake Ward joins us now. Good morning, Jake. Let's just jump right in. What are these numbers and what do they tell us?
Well, at this point, Zinkley, we're talking about a rise of about 390,000 people employed in May, according to these new numbers from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That means that unemployment essentially remains unchanged at about 3.6%. That's a record low. It is incredibly low, the numbers we're looking at. We haven't seen numbers like this since 1969 when it comes to just how many jobs are available in America. The thing is, what we're seeing here, though, is a number of patterns that have experts worried, because we have people really at the bottom of the economy suffering the most when it comes to trying to staff positions, small businesses having a very difficult time here. But we are seeing, in terms of these gains, an increase, as I say, of about 390,000 jobs, led by leisure and hospitality, some professional services. But here's an important thing to note. We're still about a half a percentage point below where we were in February 2020 before the pandemic began.
An important note there. And Jake, is this latest report any indication of what we can expect to see over the summer months?
Well, here's the strange thing about it. We would expect to see a big rise in leisure and hospitality employment here, and we've seen some increases, but there's something just sort of changed here. I mean, essentially, think about it this way. We have about 11 million jobs going unfilled at the moment. That's an incredible number, and yet about 5 million people report that they want a job and cannot find one. And so there's just something strange in that number. And when we look here at the combination of low unemployment and high inflation, unfortunately, in the past, that has historically predicted a recession. And so that's bad news overall for the economy.
Yeah, Jake, there is a strange dichotomy there. And we've reported on these challenges, right, that employers are facing. They're struggling to fill job openings. So how much more difficult will it be now that the summer travel season is underway and people are, on breaks and on vacation?
This is really the thing, right? We need these jobs, Zinkley, in part just to get through the summer in the way we would want. We spoke to the Parks Commissioner in Philadelphia, who's having a terrible time filling jobs for lifeguards. She described just how important that is, not just as a way of getting the pools to function, but how important it is to the community. She says it's just so strange as compared to what they've seen in the past. Have a listen.
Quite frankly, we've never had these kinds of challenges in the past. People who have come back and worked for us for 20, 30 years are not coming back. We keep hearing from folks that we talk to, Taco Bell's offering $21 an hour, or Targets are offering $18 an hour. And, that's inside in the air conditioning all summer with a discount.
Now, meanwhile, we're looking at the top end of the economy. You have people like Elon Musk announcing that he's eyeing the potential of reducing his workforce at some companies by about 10%. You have companies like Amazon and Uber announcing hiring freezes. So very different pictures at the top and the bottom of the economy here, you guys.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.